Okay, now let's look at the guitar. Of course, this is a major part of the tone. And I always like to think that, of course, Larry plays his guitar, but he also plays his amp. And we just came from the amp section, so I want you to have a little bit of an idea of what is before the amplifiers. This is his incredible, one-of-a-kind 1969 ES 335, Mr. 335 guitar. He bought it himself, off the shelf, after picking it out for its great tone. What makes this guitar really unique is that it has a single-piece mahogany neck. Single-piece mahogany necks were made up to 1968. So chances are, early in 1969, when production on this set of 335s began, Gibson went ahead and took the neck of a 68 and put it on this body of the 69. I'd like to take you through the whole guitar from top to bottom. I'd like to start up here on the headstock. As you can tell, it has a lot of wear, but it's part of the character of this guitar. The tuners are vintage Schallers, and they just do a great job. They're very, very, very sensitive, and Larry at any moment can dial in the tuning of each string perfectly. We added just recently a Mr. 335 Truss Rod cover. Gibson now produces a model of 335 that is the LC model, and each of those models has a truss rod cover that says Mr. 335. Those models, by the way, were taken from a mold of this very guitar and are really fantastic to play, and they sound wonderful. As we go down toward the fretboard, I want you to notice this black nut. This is a graphite nut. Really holds tuning well, easily, it shows no wear throughout the years. It's just been fantastic. The strings glide through it very easily and never get stuck. It's really a wonderful addition to this guitar. As we head into the string and fretboard section, I'd like to comment a little bit about the gauges of the strings. Larry uses D'Addario light top, heavy bottom strings. So from the first string to the sixth string, we have a 10, a 13, a 17, a 30, a 42, and a 52. A little bit lighter on top for some easier bending, a little bit beefier on the bottom for a richer tone. We try to keep the neck pretty straight, but we do like to have a little bit of bend in it so that as Larry's bending his notes, he can get a good grip on them and not slip off. If the neck is too straight, his finger will slip off. So we like to give him a little bit of space there so that he can really grab into the bends. And as you know, he is the master of bending strings. Our measurement, though, at the 12th fret, if we take a micrometer and we are measuring from the top of the 12th fret to the bottom of the string, that will measure exactly 1/16 of an inch. So if you're looking to get really smooth action, try straightening out your neck, get this measurement correct, get your saddle up so that the strings have no buzzes in it, and then release the tension on your neck a little bit, and then you'll have really what's the Larry Carlton setup. As we continue down now into the body of the guitar, these are the standard humbucking pickups that were issued with the guitar. They've sounded great throughout the years, and I know that periodically they get remagnetized just to keep their power. This bridge was added in the last few years. It's a titanium bridge. It really does provide more sustain and just never wears out. Each of the bridge pins, of course, are made of titanium as well. It's a wonderful addition overall. So the body of this guitar is just a standard issue from Gibson on the 335 model back in 1969. It's a maple top, of course, carved maple top, and the back is a single piece carved maple back as well, with this wonderful spot that Larry has so gently worn in with his studded belts over the years. Hi, once again, I'm Rick Wheeler, and I really appreciate being able to share this information about Larry's whole rig, his amps, and his guitars, and the effects he uses. It's always a pleasure to go out as a guitar player night after night around the world and see what I believe is the best guitar player alive. If you ever see me on the gig, don't hesitate to come up and say hi, ask any questions you want. Don't forget to visit us at Mr. 335 TV. We've got a lot more information to share with you there. And catch my column as one of the technicians speaking in Premier Guitar magazine. Thanks a lot.